you look at what they've done this year. I believe they're like 3-6 this year. They were like 8-2 last year, and the two games they lost were like by a score, by two scores, and it was off the back of Latif. If it was off Latif, like leading his team, staying composed, moving the change on the ground when he needed to, but more than anything, delivering with accuracy and precision from the pocket. I thought what he did against Mater Dei, St. John Bosco, and some of these tough defenses, facing pressure, but like trusting his guys to make plays. He's a guy that I don't think you have to count on. Like he's gonna be quick in his release out of the pocket. He's gonna be safe with the ball in his hands. And okay, he's not the strongest arm, but you've seen. I mean, you saw it against Houston Christian. He can throw with decisiveness downfield. He can throw. He can let it rip. But I mean, he's not got a massive arm, but he can let it rip for sure. Can deliver at all three levels. Can create on the run. Can do some stuff as a dual threat. Can open what Nebraska can maybe do as an option team. Potentially what they can do from the QB run standpoint. There's a lot to really like with his just composure, his accuracy, his decision making. And you saw you saw that last week where it wasn't probably the setting he wanted to be in, and it wasn't that, but for the most part, I think you saw through the air, at least he's the guy that's not going to put the ball in harm's way. He's going to take risks, and I think you're going to see that again on Saturday. He's going to take risks, but more often than not, he's going to trust his guys to make plays, and the times he does put it up in the air, it's going to be in a position where okay, his guy makes a play or is incomplete. It's not going to be in a position where the defense has a chance to get his hands on it. So I'm intrigued to see how that carries over. Back he's back in California, somewhat familiar territory. Our Steve Mark had a story up, but his first start, he threw a pick six to Roderick Pleasant. Who at the time was on the opposing team, and now is going to be starting for UCLA. So bit of a kind of full circle moment for him. And after that pick six, he composed, rallied his team back, and they I believe won that game. So just I'm looking for that. Looking for hey, I'm anticipating there's going to be a mistake or two. It's going to be like last week where maybe the ball gets batted out of his hands, or he gets a ball tipped at the line of scrimmage, or something happens. I'm looking for his composure and his resiliency after that first mistake, if there is one. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking for a composed quarterback. I mean, everything you've heard from the staff in terms of they're expecting this guy to take over the reins and be as normal. Like based on what you saw from him as a senior, I expect that as well. He arrived on campus ahead of schedule. It's no surprise that he's kind of taken this thing on head on.